What if you woke up tomorrow morning and every insect on Earth was gone? Not dying, not declining, just gone. 1.4 billion insects per person vanished. And you have exactly 90 days before the global food supply collapses completely and starvation claims more lives than every war in human history combined. Imagine it's dawn. You're having your morning coffee and you notice something odd. Silence, not peaceful, wrong, no buzzing, no chirping, no tiny sounds in the walls. You walk outside and the air feels empty. Still, dead. Your neighbor mentions their beehives are vacant. Empty boxers. Where yesterday there were thousands of bees, no bodies, no signs of disease. Just absence. Across the street, someone's celebrating that the flies are gone. Finally, some peace and quiet. They have no idea, they just celebrated the beginning of the end. Because insects aren't just annoying creatures. They are the foundation. They pollinate 75% of the crops we eat. They decompose 90% of dead organic matter. They feed the birds, the fish, the mammals. Remove insects, and you don't just lose bugs, you lose everything. And you have 90 days to watch it all fall apart. Day 3. Farmers are starting to panic. They're seeing flowers bloom. Beautiful, healthy, perfect. But nothing's pollinating them. No bees, no butterflies, no beetles, just flowers, waiting for a visitor that will never come. In California's Central Valley, farmers are watching $2.5 billion worth of almond crops about to die. They try hand pollination using brushes to manually transfer pollen. One person can hand pollinate what a single beehive does in an hour. There are 90 million almond trees in California alone. It's not going to work. Day 3. The stock market is reacting. Agricultural futures are plummeting. Food prices are climbing. Governments are holding emergency meetings. And then someone notices the birds. Day 7. 75% of bird species depend on insects for food. By day 7, bird populations are declining noticeably. Dead birds on sidewalks, in parks, falling from the sky as their energy reserves deplete. By day 10, it's 50% dead. By day 14, 75% of insect-eating birds are gone. The silence is becoming noticeable. No bird song in the morning, no crows, no pigeons, just silence. An eerie, suffocating quiet. Day 14. 2 weeks in and the fruit is failing. Those apple blossoms, they withered and fell off. No pollination means no fruit. Cherry trees stand bare. Strawberry fields show nothing but leaves. Blueberry bushes have flowers, but no berries. Farmers are plowing under entire fields. Food prices have increased by 40% in 2 weeks. Governments release strategic grain reserves, but those were never meant to replace 75% of agricultural output. And then the decomposition crisis begins. Insects eat dead things. Dung beetles process millions of tons of animal feces every year. Remove them, and dead things just stay. By day 14, farms are covered in manure that isn't decomposing. The smell is overwhelming, but worse is what's coming. Disease. Without insects to break down waste, harmful bacteria proliferate. E. coli, salmonella. Livestock start getting sick. Then the farmers. Rural hospitals report spikes in bacterial infections. Day 21. 3 weeks. Supermarket shelves are sparse. Fresh produce sections have maybe 30% of their normal stock. And what's there is expensive. A bag of apples that cost $4 is now $15. Strawberries, $20 a pint. People are hoarding. The rational response to scarcity triggers more scarcity as supply chains snap. Restaurants are closing. Coffee beans require pollination. The last harvest happened before the insects vanished, so there's still supply. But in 6 months, when current supplies run out, there will be no more coffee. The price has already tripled. Chocolate is the same story. Cacao trees are pollinated by tiny midges. No midges, no chocolate. The global chocolate industry, $130 billion, is dead. Day 31 montane and freshwater ecosystems are collapsing. Fish populations are plummeting because most fish eat insects during their juvenile stage. Trout populations drop by 80%. Salmon are functionally extinct in the wild. Bears, which depend on salmon runs, are starving. They're coming into towns, desperate, dangerous. Wildlife officials are shooting them because there's no other option. Frogs and amphibians are dying en masse. 90% of their diet is insects. With frogs gone, mosquito-borne diseases would explode, except there are no mosquitoes anymore. But the real horror, the soil is dying. Insects aerate the earth, break down organic matter, process nutrients, remove them, and soil becomes compacted, dead, sterile. Crop yields in the next planting season will be 50 to 70% lower even for crops that don't require insect pollination. Day 45. 6 weeks. Governments worldwide are implementing rationing. In the United States, each household is limited to 10 pounds of fresh produce per week. Rice, wheat, and corn become the foundation of every meal. But humans can't survive on grain alone. We need vitamins from fruits and vegetables. Without them, deficiency diseases appear. Scurvy is back. People's gums are bleeding, teeth falling out. Hospitals are overwhelmed with diseases that should be extinct. Malnutrition is spiking, especially in children. Growth stunting, cognitive impairment, immune system collapse. Pediatric wards filled with children who look like famine victims even though they're eating. The death toll from starvation and malnutrition, 42 million people. Day 60. 2 months. Crime rates have increased by 300%. Grocery stores require armed guards. People are killed over a bag of apples. When people are hungry, they get desperate. International relations collapse. Countries with remaining food supplies close their borders. The global cooperation that defined the 21st century evaporates. And the environment is transforming. Without insects to process dead plant matter, forests are piling up with undecayed debris. Fire risk is astronomical. When the fires start, they burn so hot, they sterilize the soil. Australia, California, the Amazon, all burning. Day 70, 75 days without insects. The death toll, 600 million people. The last commercial farms are shutting down. Even grain crops are failing because the soil is dead and there are no insects to control pests. Crop-eating pests are destroying the last remaining food sources. Supermarkets are empty. The entire food distribution system has collapsed. People are surviving on whatever they stored, whatever they can hunt. But gardens aren't growing without insects. Starvation is a slow, cruel death. Your body eats itself. First, the fat, then the muscle, finally, the organs. Day 3 months. The death toll, 1.2 billion people, 15% of the global population gone. And the worst is yet to come. The food still in the supply chain is running out. Scientists estimate the carrying capacity of Earth without insects at approximately 500 million people. Down from 8 billion, that means 7.5 billion people need to die. The global population is collapsing at a rate of 10 million people per week. Some governments propose euthanasia programs for the elderly and sick to preserve resources for the young. It sounds monstrous. It is monstrous, but when the alternative is watching everyone die, some are considering it. Month 6. The world population, 3.1 billion. Down from 8 billion 6 months ago. Cities are graveyards. Suburbs are silent. The landscape is unrecognizable. Forests choked with undecayed debris. Rivers polluted with decomposing matter. The air smells of rot, and it's permanent. Insects aren't coming back. Some scientists estimate complex terrestrial life has maybe 50 years before complete collapse of photosynthesis and oxygen production. Without insects to pollinate plants, without decomposers to recycle nutrients, the entire system is dying. So what if all insects vanished tomorrow? We'd learn that size doesn't equal importance, that the smallest creatures on Earth are also the most critical. that the foundation of our survival wasn't technology or civilization. It was bugs, tiny, insignificant bugs we took for granted. We'd learned that humans are not separate from nature. We're part of it, dependent on it. One missing piece, and we collapse. We'd learn that we were never in control. We just benefited from a system that worked. And when that system stopped working, we discovered how fragile we really are. The survivors will tell the story of how humanity learned we needed them far more than they ever needed us. But what if you could escape reality itself? What if you could pause time for 1 hour every day? Click the next video. The Chaos Protocol begins at midnight.